You have thoughts.
I have thoughts.
Oh, well, go for it.
Hey, what's up, good people? This is PapaJo. I'm kind of making this video because a couple of things on my mind. In the NBA, the Miami Heat eliminate the Milwaukee Bucks, and Giannis Antetokounmpo made a speech at the press conference talking about whether the year was a failure or not. You can see the frustration on his face, and rightfully so. You did just get bounced. I know he was hurt for, he had a game and a half, but he did play. He had 38 and 10 in the game that they were eliminated in, and so he played a really good game, but they lost. I want to say this because this is something that isn't talked about on mainstream platforms. When you're an MVP of this league, you're held to a higher standard. I think that should be across the board and no exceptions. However, the NBA shelters its European players. They push them to the forefront and don't give them the same pressures of the American born players, such as Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James. We have Jokic, who is a two-time MVP and could be a three-time year, and he has never made the conference finals. But nothing is ever said about it. But we hold, Steph Curry and LeBron James, if they even blink wrong, or Kevin Durant can't even do anything right, then it's a problem. Giannis has won 2 MVPs, and he's a Defensive Player of the Year, and he gets almost no flack for not being able to get past the second round. Steph Curry and LeBron James, if they even blink wrong or Kevin Durant can't even do anything right, then it's a problem. Giannis has won 2 MVPs, and he's a Defensive Player of the Year, and he gets almost no flack for not being able to get past the second round. This particular year, he lost in the first round. His team was fully healthy, and he lost to a decrepit Miami Heat team with only really one star player in Jimmy Butler. Now, it could be coaching, but to his response, and when he said it wasn't a failure, every year you're just trying to win and you're trying to get better, et cetera, I disagree. When you're an MVP of this league, it's championship or bust. They made a lot of trades this year to get a lot of veteran players. They were probably the deepest team in the NBA from start to finish, and they were the best defensive team, no matter how you look at it at every position. And they lost in the first round. You can talk all this, we're just going to get it right and all this other stuff. It was a failure. You were supposed to make the championship, at least the conference finals, because last year you only made it to the second round and you got bounced. To get bounced in the first round is a failure when you're an MVP of this league. If Kevin Durant got bounced by the Clippers, we'd still be talking about it. If LeBron James and Anthony Davis got bounced by the Memphis Grizzlies, we'd be talking about it. If Steph Curry today doesn't defeat the Kings, they're going to be talking about it. They're going to talk about his legacy. They're going to talk about all this type of stuff. Despite him being a 2-time MVP and a 4-time champ, you get bounced in the first round, it's a big deal, and it should be the same across the board. And unfortunately, it's not. We look at Luka Doncic. They don't even talk about him. But every year, he's the MVP. He's going to be the MVP. He's going to be the MVP. He can't even play with another superstar. They didn't even make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You're expected to be at a high level when your name is running circles in these mainstream platforms. And the fact that they get away with it, I think is an issue. And I'm sure the mainstream platforms won't talk about it, but this what they call the new media or whatever you want to call it. It's our responsibility to make sure things are the way it's supposed to be across the board. And I'm going to call it out. I like Giannis. I think he's a fantastic player. But don't act like it's not a big deal when it is. You got bounced in the first round to a team that had a lot of injuries, and you were fully healthy. No, we're not having that. And that goes for everybody else. Luka, that goes for everybody else. These players that get all these mentions, make all-star teams and all-NBA teams, while these other guys who are playing exceptionally doesn't get any recognition at all. No, we're not doing that. And I think this is, I'm going to be the one, if nobody else, we're going to call it out exactly for what it is. So that was just a little something on my mind that I wanted to get off my chest. Y'all take it easy, and Have a good one. This is PapaJo signing out.